Terry, and this is Blade Whisperer. I'm here to tell you stop scrolling. Black Friday is live on Amazon, and knife deals this year, some of them are absolutely insane. If you've been waiting to buy a new pocket knife or EDC blade, this is your moment. I've gone through hundreds of listings, so you don't have to. We're talking about massive discounts from some of the biggest names: Vosteed, Civivi, Kizer, Victorinox, Cold Steel, and many others. I've got budget EDC, high-end folders, and even some fixed blades. Everything in this video is an active on Amazon Black Friday deal right now. The links are all in the description below. But remember, these prices only last through Cyber Monday. And remember, if you follow those links, that is an affiliate link. If you follow those links, it will help the channel if that's something you'd like to do, but you certainly don't have to. Also, remember, a lot of these prices, you have to be a Prime member, and so I've included a link to sign up for a Prime membership in the top. So without further ado, let's get on and take a look at the first knife. And it is going to be the Vosteed Mink. It is a fixed 3.33 inch blade Nitro V fixed blade knife, full tang with black micarta handle. That is a pretty looking knife right there, and it's 25% off, $44.25 right now. Then we're going to move right along to the next one. It's also from Vosteed. This is the Vosteed Croc. That is a 2.99 inch blade in 14C 28N, stonewashed. Is a sheepfoot style. That is a top liner lock. It's not a button lock. That is a top liner lock. Nice looking blade there. Okay, and that one is 30% off at $48.30. Next one, Vosteed again. This is the Porcupine again, 14C28. It is a thumb stud blade with a top liner lock, G10 handle, 20% off at $55.20. We go into the Vosteed Hedgehog, and the Hedgehog is a 2.99 inch S35VN satin and brushed blade, modified sheepfoot with the top liner lock, olive green micarta handle. That one is 35% off at $83.85. Then we're going to go to CJRB, the Craig Tactical Knife. It's a cleaver looking blade. That one is running 20% off at $31.99. I tried to put a mix of things for every budget in here, and we're not going in any order as far as prices. So stick around to the end to make sure you catch what's in your ballpark, or skip through if you have to. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. That's going to be another CJRB. This is the Glacier. The Glacier is a 3.54 inch AR RPM9 steel with a micarta handle. That one is 37% off at $45.99. Then we're going to go to the Tigress. I really like that one. Now, the Tigress is again in RPM9 powder steel, PVD handle. Pretty looking blade. Look at that blade. That just looks vicious. All right, that one is 29% off at $42.62. Then we'll go to the Tundra. That is a 3.7 inch D2 steel blade with G10 handles. That one is 29% off at $65.99. Another CJRB, the Bolt. That one is 3.2 inch AR RPM9 steel with G10 handles. That one is a recoil lock, and that one is 25% off at $49.99. Now, a lot of these companies, I've noticed this, you go to their homepage, which I said there's a link in the description for the homepage. You go to their homepage, and they're going to have a spot that says View All Deals. That's not going to show you all the deals. I had to dig through their homepage to find some of these things. This one's not listed as a Black Friday deal, but it's 25% off, so I put it in there anyway, and I did some of that. But if you're interested in a knife brand and you want to check out some of their other stuff, go to that homepage link and dig through there. There's a lot more in there than what they just say is in the deals. Then we got the CJRB Pyrite. I have that. That's a nice knife. Now, this is the Pyrite Alt. It is a 3.11 inch AR RPM 9 Warncliffe blade, stonewash steel handle, 31% off at $34.65. Now we're going to go away from the knives a little bit because we deal with sharpening, and I know you want to keep your knives sharp. DMT has a couple of things right now, and DMT is some quality diamond stones. This is the DMT Deluxe Diamond Whetstone set. You've got a box set of 3 at 31% off for $82.99. Now they've got, we'll just scroll down here a little bit. That's got a 600, 1200, and a 325. So you should be able to do most of your sharpening with that set, from profiling to fine tuning a basic cutting edge. You're not going to get a mirror polish, but you're going to get a good basic cutting edge on that. And then we're going to move on DMT, another one, something to take with you in your field or throw in your bag, keep in your car. It's just a double-sided diamond stone that folds. See the folding there? And let's see, what is the grits on that? That's going to be a 600 and a 325. So again, that's just a basic rescue your knife when you're not at home. Then we're going to move on to some more sharpening solutions from DMT. This is just, they've got a deal on their diamond stones. These are 8x3. The one that's showing right there is the coarse diamond stone, and that one is 34% off. They also have a deal on the extra fine at 25% off and the fine at 17% off. So you can get, those are, again, top quality stones from DMT. Then I'm going to go to Sharpall and give you, Sharpall is one of my favorite sharpening companies. I've looked at their stuff under the microscope, and I've seen other creators that have done that, and they have next to no grit contamination, super quality stuff. I did buy this. It has just the perfect mobile answer. It's got 325 and 1000 grit diamond rods, ceramic rods, and 2 different strop levels, and it's got a tapered rod to do your serrations. So, and that all folds up into the handle, like, and you can just put it away. Right now, that's 20% off at $31.99. If you have issues with your angles, this thing's got an angle guide on it, so that you can, it's right there. You adjust that. The orange piece comes out to give you the angle as indicated on the dial. So excellent for $31.99, no brainer. Another Sharpall portable solution, if you don't want all of that stuff, they've got a 22600 dual grit portable sharpener. That does come with a leather cover that you can use as a strop. I have one of those too, and I use that a lot until I got that transform rod. But that one still sits in the car. So another excellent option for sharpening on the go. And Sharpall has now moved into the fixed angle sharpening setup. So this is the 202H precision knife sharpening. That one comes with six attachments there. You've got 3 different diamonds, a couple of whetstones, a ceramic, and I believe there's a strop, so it might be 7. But it comes with a nice carrying case. I've seen a review on this. I'd like to get my hands on one. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet. But from the reviews that I've seen, this thing is excellent, and right now they've got it at 15% off with a price tag of $143.99, which is really good for the quality that I'm seeing out of it. Another Sharpall deal. This is their 8x3 dual grit diamond. This is the 325 1000. That's one that I use all the time for when I start sharpening a knife, to profile the edge, run it on the 1000, and then I either move into my Arkansas stones or my Shapton ceramics, but most of the time. But excellent stone, high quality, no grit contamination. All right. Enough with the sharpening. Let's get back to the knives. This is Victorinox Climber Swiss Army knife, 14 function Swiss-made pocket knife with 2 blades, corkscrew, and screwdriver. That is got just enough tools to do your basic stuff. It's still got your scissors, and that one is 20% off, $41.60 for Swiss quality. Then you've got the Huntsman, which is a 15 function, gives you a little bit more stuff. You've got a nice saw there on that one. You've got your scissors, bottle opener, can opener, a corkscrew, like you're going to open wine in the forest, but maybe, and an awl. So that one is 20% off at $41.60. Another Victorinox, the Tinker. This you want a screwdriver, you want an awl, you want to open bottles, cans, and a small blade, something that goes in your pocket easy or on the keychain even. 20% off at $26.40. And then you get a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier duty, the Ranger Grip 57. That one's got a bigger saw, a bigger blade. You still got your corkscrew, your awl, your screwdrivers. 20% off at $92. Now we're going to go to Oknife. This is their Aeon. It's a 3.53 inch 14C28 blade, G10 handle, and that one is running 20% off at $55.99. Then we've got another Oknife. This is the U1 Ultra. So you've got a replaceable razor blade there, and then you've got a little tool that comes out of it that looks like a can opener, bottle opener. You got a screwdriver, little multi-tool. Then you got the U1 Pro. That one does have a bit holder along with the other stuff. 20% off, $27.99. The other one was 22% off at $42.99. Then we've got the Oknife Duron, which is a 3.5-inch PVD coated nitro V steel blade with a frame lock, lightweight aluminum ambidextrous handle with a clip. That one is 50% off at $49.99. Oknife makes some good stuff, and the 50% off, that's a great deal. Then we're going to go to Civivi. Civivi's got several things that are discounted. Not all of them say Black Friday deals. It's like the other companies I told you about. Go to their homepage, look at what's out there, dig for the deals. But there's a few that we're going to show you. This is the Civivi Elementum fixed blade at 25% off for $74.99. That is a 3.98-inch blade with G10 handles. I have one of those. I really like it. Then we've got the Cindy, which is a 3-in-1 kind of multi-tool. You've got your pocket knife, your tweezers, and your toothpick. My Swiss Army knife, I always tell everybody, I've got a big Swiss Army knife, and the most used tool is the toothpick. But anyway, we got this at 25% off, $55.28. Then we're going to go to the Civivi Vision FG. It's got that cool lock on it. What do they call it? Super lock. It's got the super lock on it. They got that at 25% off, $74.78. And that's in Nitro V with a 3.54-inch blade. Then we're going to go the Mini Elementum. The Mini Elementum flipper with a 1.83-inch 14C28 blade, copper and stainless steel handle, 25% off at $37.50. Just if you need a little blade in your pocket, and good deal. Now we're going to go to Kizer with the Nice Guy folder at 2.84-inch D2 steel with G10 handles, liner lock flipper. That one's 29% off. Kizer's got a lot of discounts too. Go look at their homepage on Amazon, their store page, and dig through. They've got a lot of discounts aside from what's labeled Black Friday, and they've been putting out a lot of stuff lately. So we're going to go that one 29% off at $27.53. Then we're going to go the Kizer Hair. This one's 3.14 in D2 steel with a burlap micarta and black G10 handle. I've got a Hair and I really like it. It feels great in my hands. I love the quality. The fit and finish is wonderful. This one's 39% off at $42.46. Then we got the Kizer Smalt. Kizer Smalt is a 2.93-inch 154 cm steel with micarta and mercury handle fixed. It's a drop point. Nice kind of dignified looking blade there. 35% off at $42.25. Then we got the Kizer Deckhand and another D2 steel blade with G10 handles. That one's going to run you 30% off at $34.30. I mean, the Kizer knives at the price they come in at, they're great for the they're just excellent quality. Then we got the Harpoon, the big Harpoon, which is a 3.84-inch D2 steel blade with a G10 handle, and that one's 24% off at $37.99. And if that's just a little bit big, we got the Mini Harpoon, and this one's a little bit fancier. So all of these have different steels and different handles that you can look at. They have different discounts, but here you got the Mini Harpoon with 3V and micarta handle, and that one's 15% off, but $50. You can get a little cheaper. You can go with the ABL steel and micarta handles at 44. You can get one version for 42, but I just like micarta. But anyway, check out the Mini Harpoon. Next, we're going to go to cold steel, and we're going to start with a big guy. The Outdoorsman 6-inch VG10 Sanmai razor sharp straight back blade. So they say. 54% off. This is a $219 knife. They've got it right now for Black Friday deals, $101.24. Another cold steel. This is the cold steel that everybody knows, the SRK6. This one's in VG10 Sanmai. It's a clip point. You got that molded sheath, and it comes in 55% off at $80. $179.99 list price, coming in at $80. Then we're going to go to cold steel folder. This is the Recon 1. It is in S35VN. It's G10 handle. It's got that triad lock that Cold Steel is famous for. That one's also 55% off. So that one's coming in at $79.94. And we got the Cold Steel Code 4 in three. It's a 3.5-inch S35VN blade, aluminum handle, and the triad locking mechanism again. That one is 57% off. So you can get into a really high quality folder for $64.59. And they're built like tanks. And then we're going to go to Kershaw. We got a Kershaw Bel Air. Kershaw Bel Air is a 3.4-inch CPM MagnaCut steel blade. It's got the Duralock locking mechanism, and they're running that right now. You're getting MagnaCut for 19% off at $141.80. They've got other versions with other handles with some different prices, different steels, but that's the one we picked to show you. Then we're going to go big guy from Kershaw, the Camp 10 Machete, 10-inch 65 carbon steel blade with a sheath, and that one's going to be 20% off at $45.34. Then we got another Kershaw, the Link, which is a drop point knife in olive aluminum and 3.25-inch stonewash 20 CV. It's 24% off at $98.16. Then we're going to go Petrified Fish. This is the Bunta, which is a 3.35-inch D2 satin blade with a G10 handle. It's a flipper, and it looks like a liner lock. Nice looking knife. I like the blade style. 15% off, $28.04. Another Petrified Fish, the Victor, which is 3.58-inch blade, K110 satin. It is a micarta handle, and it is a flipper liner lock. Then we'll go Petrified Fish Viper. The Viper is a 3.5-inch K110 stonewash blade with G10 handles. 15% off at $45.04. Going to move on to SOG. SOG with the Terminus, the XR-LTE. It's Cryo CPM 35 S35VN steel and their XR locking mechanism. And that one is 31% off at $95.93. Then we got a little mini multi-tool from SOG. Really popular, the Power Pint Mini. 18 lightweight specialty tools, pliers. I mean, just to have a small multi-tool in your pocket or on your on your bag, wherever in your car. 51% off right now, $29.54. Then we got the SOG Diverge XR. It is a, look at that blade. That looks like a Crypto D2. And that one is going to run 31% off at $47.99. Then we're going to move into Gerber, and here's the old standby, the Gator. I had a Gator as a kid, as a teenager. I carried that thing around forever. Rock solid, basic lock back folder, clip point blade. It did its job. Just excellent. 30% off, 45.49. Then we got a Gerber multi-tool, a small multi-tool. This is the Armbar Scout 7-in-1 multi-tool. You got a plain edge, a hammer, scissors, a saw. I mean, just 33% off at $33.74. Then I think everybody's had a Paraframe. Well, this is the Paraframe Mini. It's a 2.2 inch blade with that Paraframe construction. That thing's 42% off, puts it in under $10. I mean, just to have a knife in your pocket for $10, good deal there for Gerber. Then we're going to go, I love this quadrant. I carried one of these, opened a lot of boxes, worked in retail. This was great for that. 47% off at $25.10. Now we're going to go to Old Timer. And the first old timer we've got is the Sharp Finger, and that is a 7.1 inch stainless steel full tang fixed blade with a 3.3 inch clip point Skinner blade. Just the famous old timer. 36% off at $23.17. Then an old timer folder. I don't know who you've got on your shopping list, but I'm sure somebody could use an old timer folder. This is the Middleman 5.7 inch stainless steel, just a traditional folding knife with a 2.4 inch clip point blade and a saw cut blade handle. You got 3 different blades on this. 38% off, comes in under $20 at $19.94. Then you got the old timer 940T, the gunstock trapper. Again, this one's got 2 blades. That's just your standard traditional trapper at 42% off, though, at $17.98. One more old timer, the 158 OT gut hook Skinner. 7.3 inches overall, high carbon stainless steel 3.5 inch blade, and a gut hook in the back. That's going to come with a nice leather sheath, and at 39% off and $22. Surely there's an outdoorsman on your list that needs a gut hook knife. Now we're going to go to Smith & Wesson. Look at this machete. This is a 16.5 inch stainless steel full tang fixed blade machete with a rubber handle. And it comes with a sheath. Looks like a canvas or something like that. Not a hard sheath. But anyway, 49% off, $32.55. Nylon sheath. That's what I was trying to say. Now, got a Smith & Wesson. This is just a Smith & Wesson SW608 BLS. Got a glass breaker. You got a cutter. You want to give somebody a pocket knife, so they've got a pocket knife to use, and it's got stuff that non-knife people think are pretty cool. So there you go at 60% off, $14.40. How about this Smith & Wesson with a 7.5 inch high carbon stainless steel full tang blade knife. The blade is 3.5 inches. That is a false edge blade. That's not sharpened on both sides. But at 39% off and $22, there you go. Then we're going to go to Mossy Oak. We got a few of those. We got a Mossy Oak folder here with a aluminum alloy and G10 handle. It's again, that's one of these that's got all the tools half serrated. It's got a cutter and a glass breaker. Comes with a little, you know, soft sheath, a pouch at 38% off, 14.99. We got a Mossy Oak 8.5-inch full tang fixed blade knife, just a basic outdoor knife, hunting knife, they say, outdoor camping knife. It is what it is. Take it for what it is. But at 46% off and 16.14, if that's your budget, there you go. And then again, we're going to go for the outdoorsman, the hunter on your list that maybe doesn't have a knife. Maybe it's a young hunter. You just want to have something to start with. We got Mossy Oak fixed blade hunting knife, 2-piece full tang. One's a straight edge and one's a gut hook. So, and it comes with both with 2 sheaths. So, and 41% off at 15.34. So there you have it. That's our Black Friday knife deals for the day. I know it was a lot. I tried to go through it quick. I hope you found something you'd like to see. Like I said, the Prime link, the affiliate links are all in the description. The link for Amazon Prime, the link for each of these companies' home store, and the link for each knife that we went over. If you like videos like this and you want to see more, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the sharp new content. Check out the videos, the playlist that'll show up at the end. Check out some of the review videos, and we're going to try and get back to you next week with another Amazon knife deal. So thanks again. As always, I'm Terry. This is Blade Whisperer. Stay sharp and listen to what the blades are saying.